Hello everyone, my name's Kara and welcome to Crafting with Kara. Last week we made a very simple paper frame with just paper, scissors, and some Elmer's glue. This week we're going to kick it up a notch and make a sturdier frame out of cardboard, scrapbook paper, some Mod Podge, and then we're going to use a clip as well. So let's get started. Okay guys, what we're going to do first is cut a piece of cardboard the size that you want your frame to be. I'm gonna make mine fairly small because I have a lot of small pictures that I want to be showcased. And this is a flap of a box, one of the flaps of a box. And I'm just going to make this straighter. Straighter. So I didn't measure it or anything, but I like this size a lot. So the next thing I'm going to do is cover this with some scrapbook paper. So I'm taking Mod Podge and painting it on one side of my piece of cardboard. With a paintbrush. And then I'm going to turn it over onto my scrapbook paper and press. I'm going to fold down the edges of the paper over the piece of cardboard, and then I'll cut the excess off. This is so none of the sides of the cardboard are shown. So I cut the excess of paper off. Then I cut corners onto the paper so that when I fold this, it's easier to fold the corners over. And you can glue it, but I am going to just use some Scotch tape, like so. No one's going to see the back of the frame, so you could do what you want with it. So you have your corners nice and tight. Of course, I'm going to cut off these little flaps, and then we'll do the next step. Okay, so I did some math, which I'm not that great at, which is why I did it off camera. And I made a box on top of another piece of scrapbook paper because I'm going to put it on in the middle of my frame, and then I'm going to put my picture on top of that. So I'm going to cut out my box and then Mod Podge it onto my frame one more time. Okay, here's the basis of my frame. The next thing I'm going to do is cover the entire front with Mod Podge so it gives it a little shine. So here is our frame covered in Mod Podge. Now this last bit that I'm going to do is optional. You don't have to do it, but I have this tiny clip that I am going to place and glue on the top of my frame. And that's where the picture is going to be. Now Mod Podge also acts as a glue, so I'm going to place it there while it's still wet. And there you have it. What I'm gonna do with this when I get the chance, because I don't have any on hand right now, is I am going to put a magnet on the back of this frame and put it on my refrigerator. Hi guys, so I let my frame dry overnight and I brought it into the library today, and I think it looks great. I even found a magnet that we had here to glue on the back, and it holds the frame up nicely on the metal cabinet. So here's my tiny picture, and all I'm gonna do is clip it on to my frame, and then I can hang it up. I love how it came out. This is me and my favorite author at BookCon, let's see, 3 years ago. Her name's Leanne Taylor. You should read her books, they're great. Thanks for joining me today for Crafting with Cara. See you next time.